In this video, we will be able to determine if any of these given values will make these inequalities true. Now, the difference between an equation and inequality, we've learned that in an inequality, you can have more than one possible solution that will make the inequality true. So let's go ahead and plug some of these in. But before we do that, let's move our numbers to the other side. I'm going to add 2 to each side. That way, I only have 3x is less than 6. And I can go ahead and start plugging in. If I go ahead and plug in the 0, this is going to give me a 0, which is actually less than 6. So that is true. Let me go ahead and plug in the 1. Three is actually less than 6, so this will also make the equation true. Now let me go and see what happens when I plug in this 2. Now 6 is not less than 6 because 6 is actually equal to 6. So what we have here is a situation where any number that is less than 2 will make this inequality true. But if it's 2 or higher, then it will make the inequality false. We have the number 2 here. And because I'm not including the 2, I am going to leave open circle, and anything less than 2 is going to make the equation true. That leaves out all the other numbers here, like 3, 4, 5. Leaves all of those numbers on the right side of the number line out of this possible solution set. Now why don't you go ahead and try the next inequality. Try to plug in these 3 values and see which of these, if any, will make that inequality true. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my variables and my numbers to a different side. So what I have here is 3x is less than negative 15. And now I can go ahead and start plugging in numbers. I'm going to start with a 5. So 3 times 5 actually makes positive 15. Positive 15 is not less than negative 15. Positive 15 is actually larger. So the 5 will make the inequality false. Let's try a negative 5 this time. The negative 5, if we were to substitute that, we have a negative 15 less than negative 15. This will actually make the inequality also false. And the reason it's false is because negative 15 is equal to negative 15. It's not less than, it's not greater than, they are equal. Now let's go ahead and plug our last value here, a 0. 3 times 0 gives us a 0, and that is not less than negative 15. A 0 in the number line is actually greater. So that will also make the inequality false. So none of these given values made this inequality true.